The woman had always planned to stay a virgin until her wedding, but just a day before her wedding, after drinking too much, she spent the night with a man she believed was her fiancé. The next morning, her world fell apart when her real fiancé knocked on her door only to find her in the wrong room. Heartbroken and furious, he accused her of cheating. No matter how much she begged him to listen, he refused and called off the wedding. Her father was filled with anger and shame. She tried to explain that she had been too drunk to understand what had happened, but no one believed her. The man from that night had disappeared, and the hotel refused to give any information. She had no proof of her innocence. Then, when she was alone with her stepsister, the truth came out. Her stepsister confessed. She had drugged the woman's drink. She had tricked her into another room. She had made her believe her fiancé was waiting for her. And why? Because she wanted the woman's fiancé for herself. Furious, the woman attacked her. But their father refused to believe a word she said, as the stepsister pretended to be innocent in front of him. He disowned his daughter and threw her out. With nowhere to go and no one on her side, she left the country. Meanwhile, the man she had spent the night with, a wealthy businessman, later found out what had happened. His security footage showed that he, too, had been drugged and set up by another woman. Afraid of a scandal that could ruin his career, he ordered his secretary to destroy the evidence. He chose to forget the incident and move on. 5 years passed. The woman never spoke to her family again, but during that time, she gave birth to a son. She raised him alone, never revealing who his father was. Then, one day, out of the blue, her father called. No explanation, just one demand. She needed to come home. After much hesitation, she agreed to return with her son. At the airport, she unexpectedly ran into the wealthy businessman. They did not recognize each other. But her son noticed a birthmark on the businessman's hand and called him Dad. The businessman dismissed it as a coincidence. He thought the woman was trying to trap him for his money. Annoyed by his arrogance, the woman argued with him for his insulting remark. Enraged, she threw her coffee at him for disrespecting her and her son, and boarded her flight. When her flight landed, she saw them, her ex-fiancé, her stepsister, waiting for her at the airport, and soon the truth became clear. Her father hadn't called her back to mend their relationship. Her ex-fiancé and stepsister were getting married, and she had been summoned to attend their engagement party. Seeing her ex-fiancé again was painful, especially when he insulted her son, assuming he was the product of her betrayal. Her stepsister, enjoying every second, ridiculed her for raising a child on her own. Overwhelmed with anger, the woman slapped her ex-fiancé across the face, refusing to let him speak down to her and her son. Then he appeared, the wealthy businessman. He stepped forward, and, to her shock, he pretended to be her husband. She froze. But then she saw it, the jealousy in her ex-fiancé's and stepsister's eyes. So she played along. She left the airport with him. Later, in his car, she thanked him, but quickly got out as her son kept calling him Dad. That evening, she met her father. There was no warmth, no welcome, just disgust. He looked down on her for returning with an illegitimate child. He refused to accept her son, and then he ordered her to attend the wedding without him. But she had made up her mind. She wouldn't attend the wedding at all. As she left the mansion, her ex-fiancé followed her. Something in him had changed. For the first time, he questioned the past. He asked about her stepsister's deception. He sensed there was more to the story. What did you mean that you were set up all those years ago? He demanded answers, but the woman had no patience left for him. She had suffered enough because of his blind trust in her stepsister. Without a word, she walked away, leaving him alone, with the realization that he might have been wrong about everything.